Okay, so that was getting like 4 hours. I'm thinking, dang. And so I renamed this. I just saw on MSNBC. Okay, Mr. President, Mr. Biden has announced that we have purchased enough. I don't know what that means. Enough vaccine. I don't know what that means. I want the trifecta, please. So everybody gets a double dose at least. And they purchased that for every American. It's what he's saying. Cool. Nice. Can you send that over to CVS and Walgreens like ASAP, please? Is there no way I can get like somebody to come to my house and do it so I don't have to drive? Yes? No? Maybe? I'm going to read this and I'm done. We are going to experience the power of God, folks. You're going to see. I believe. I absolutely believe we're gonna see a miracle. We have hope, so we believe. All right. So what did I read? Where was I? I read to. Where was I? I'll just start over. The book of Leviticus, chapter 16, the day of atonement. And the Lord spake unto Moses after the death of the two sons of Aaron. I know I read this, but hey, when they offered before the Lord and died. And the Lord said unto Moses, Speak unto Aaron thy brother, that he come not at all times into the holy place within the veil before the mercy seat, which is upon the ark, that he die not. For I will appear in the cloud upon the mercy seat. Thus shall Aaron come into the holy place with a young bullock for a sin offering, a ram for a burnt offering. He shall put on the holy linen coat, and he shall have the linen breeches upon his flesh, and shall be girded with a linen girdle, and with the linen mitre shall he be attired. Yeah, I'm tired, all right. These are the holy garments, therefore shall he wash his flesh in water, and so put them on. And he shall take of the congregation of the children of Israel 2 kids of the goats for a sin offering. 2 kids of the goat. That looks like 2 baby goats to me. I don't know. 2 kids of the goats for a sin offering, and 1 ram for a burnt offering. And Aaron shall offer his bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself, and make an atonement for himself and for his house. And he shall take the 2 goats and present them before the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron shall cast lots upon the 2 goats, 1 lot for the Lord, and the other lot for the scapegoat. Oh, snap. What's up with that? And Aaron shall bring the goat upon which the Lord's lot fell and offer him for a sin offering. But the goat on which the lot fell. So you're going, Nancy, is this what you were talking about? Goats? No, she's talking about some distortion by like Satanists that where they're abusing, they're trying to apply this to protect their sin, I think is what she's saying. This here's obvious. That's what Mrs. Pelosi was, I think she was getting to, something along those lines. I'm just guessing. Yeah, I mean something with like Satanists and some. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that for now, because but you know what? If Miss Nancy can get up there and tell us, hey, you know what they do? They got like these goats, these like here, kind of, sorta. And they're like trying to transfer the sin off onto the goat, and then they include a human being somehow, and they run them both out of town. And she's like, yeah, you might want to avoid that. Nice lady. Yeah, she probably don't want to go hunting or anything with you, but I like her, don't you guys? Doesn't she seem like a nice grandma? Like if you could talk her into going deer hunting or something, she'd be a really cool lady. I like her. Nice. Hey, she told me about the goat. Like, I'd have never even. Well, I saw a video way back of, remember, Miss, like one of them Miss Universes and one of them GQ guys, and they were in the bed. They had a goat in the bed with them, but they weren't doing anything. So I was like, oh, they're just like, I'm like, what's that? Yeah, even back then, I'm like, why is there a goat in your bed? You got that gal right there, and you got a stinky goat with you all. Yeah, and then I heard Nancy, and I'm like, oh, that now you're starting to make sense, Miss Pelosi. Well, thank you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. And you're like, hey, time for bed. Skip. And Aaron shall bring the goat upon which the Lord's lot fell. How does the Lord's lot fall on what? And offer him for a sin offering. But the goat on which the lot fell to be the scapegoat. How does a lot fall? I need some more help here, Nancy. Am I in the right chair? Because I don't want to screw this up. Shall be presented alive before the Lord to make an atonement with him and to let him go for a scapegoat into the wilderness. And Aaron shall bring the bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself, and shall make an atonement for himself and for his house, and shall kill the bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself. And he shall take a censer full of burning coals of fire from off the altar before the Lord, and his hands full of sweet incense beaten small, and bring it within the veil. And he shall put the incense upon the fire before the Lord, that the cloud of the incense may cover the mercy seat that is upon the testimony, that he die not. And he shall take of the blood of the bullock, and sprinkle it with his finger upon the mercy seat eastward. Huh? And before the mercy seat shall he sprinkle of the blood with his finger 7 times. Then shall he kill the goat of the sin offering that is for the people, and bring his blood within the veil, and do with that blood as he did with the blood of the bullock, and sprinkle it upon the mercy seat, and before the mercy seat. He shall make an atonement for the holy place because of the uncleanness of the children of Israel, and because of their transgressions in all their sins, and so shall he do for the tabernacle of the congregation that remaineth among them in the midst of their uncleanness. And there shall be no man in the tabernacle of the congregation when he goeth in to make an atonement in the holy place, until he come out and have made an atonement for himself and for his household and for all the congregation of Israel. And he shall go out unto the altar that is before the Lord and make an atonement for it. And shall take of the blood of the bullock and of the blood of the goat, and put it upon the horns of the altar round about. And he shall sprinkle of the blood upon it with his finger 7 times, and cleanse it, and hallow it from the uncleanness of the children of Israel. The scapegoat. And when he hath made an end of reconciling the holy place, the tabernacle of the congregation, and the altar, he shall bring the live goat, and Aaron shall lay both his hands upon the head of the live goat, and confess over him all the iniquities of the children of Israel, and all their transgressions and all their sins, putting them upon the head of the goat, and shall send him away by the hand of a fit man into the wilderness. And the goat shall bear upon him all their iniquities unto the land not inhabited. And he shall let go the goat in the wilderness. And Aaron shall come into the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall put off the linen garments which he put on when he went into the holy place, and shall leave them there. And he shall wash his flesh with water in the holy place, and put on his garments, and come forth and offer his burnt offering and the burnt offering of the people, and make an atonement for himself and for the people. And the fat of the sin offering shall he burn upon the altar. And he that let go the goat for the scapegoat shall wash his clothes and bathe his flesh in water, and afterward come into the camp. And the bullock for the sin offering and the goat for the sin offering, whose blood was brought in to make atonement in the holy place, shall one carry forth without the camp, and they shall burn in the fire their skins and their flesh and their dung. He that burneth them shall wash his clothes and bathe his flesh in water, and afterward he shall come into the camp. Regulations for the Day of Atonement. And this shall be a statute forever unto you, that in the 7th month, on the 10th day of the month, ye shall afflict your souls, and do no work at all, whether it be one of your own country, or a stranger that sojourneth among you. For on that day shall the priest make an atonement for you, to cleanse you, that ye may be clean from all your sins before the Lord. It shall be a Sabbath of rest. unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls by a statute forever. And the priest whom he shall anoint, and whom he shall consecrate to minister in the priest's office in his father's stead, shall make the atonement, and shall put on the linen clothes, even the holy garments, and he shall make an atonement for the holy sanctuary, and he shall make an atonement for the tabernacle of the congregation, and for the altar. He shall make an atonement for the priests and for all the people of the congregation. And this shall be an everlasting statute unto you, to make an atonement for the children of Israel for all their sins once a year. And he did as the Lord commanded Moses. All right, we made it. Now, folks, y'all remember half the kingdom, right? I mentioned her a few times. Hey, yeah. You're like, oh, well, oh, she's kind of special, eh? Oh, yeah. So you know what we do for her, right? Oh, yeah, every night. This one here, honey, I know you. Hey, look, sweetie, I want to be married. Hey, remember how that old, like, you like, every, like, 99.999 and like, you the boss? Well, guess what? I don't care what you say, sweetie. I'm reading this to you every night, baby, because I love you. Yeah. You're like, but I don't want to. Well, what you gonna leave me because I sing to you? Because look, this I heard like guys that really liked half their kingdom. They're like, hey, you ought to read that to her because that's kind of like what you're looking for. Hey, yeah, you like for reals? Yeah, come on, let's do it. So I'll be back. Uh, we're gonna take a so we're gonna do a little. We'll take a little intermission here, and then we're going to sleep. Ha! Don't even think I'm not, yo. Don't even play, homie. I'm hitting that bed. Oh yeah, guaranteed. Like within like 8 o'clock, man. I'm in that bed. I'm at, like dishes, feed the dog, eat a little bit. I'm done. Oh man. Is that white guy acting black again, honey? No. Hey, I'm multicultural. Okay. Remember? Okay. Nothing like that. Honey, are you sure? I'm pretty sure that's that white guy that's acting black again on the internet, honey. I'm pretty. No, darling, it's just that peculiar guy. You gotta listen for a while. You gotta. There's plenty of material. All right, so guess what? I'm gonna do my best. All right, don't make fun of me. All right. All right, and so it's a double whammy, a 1-2, a Wilson 1-2. What you messing with, my boy? Yeah, wait. Oh no, now you're gonna bring in your 5 year. Well, guess what? We're bringing in a scud in this one now. You just picked. You're 5 years older, and you just beat up. And I didn't. Oh, you're like, guess what? Like you're like, I don't know. Does anybody know where you went? Hey, you remember them stairs there in Oceanside? Yeah, go after you're in 12th grade and we're in like 7th, and somehow you think you're going to survive? What? How did that happen, dude? I'm like, I don't know how that all. I didn't know he was in that old man. Swear, I didn't know how. I didn't know he was in 12th grade. Man, that should have been like a capital crime. Man. Hey, if we ever find, just look for the guy with the bacon juice squirting out of his ears or something. Hey, so then you get, okay, look, this here's a reminder. See, if you read the first part of Proverbs 31, it's warning you about, hey, if you like do this here, you ain't gonna get this here. Okay, that's pretty much what it's saying. So, no, you ain't a king. No, you're not a king. But apparently, this guy was, and they thought it was a pretty good idea to say, hey, you probably don't want to do this if you want that. So forget about like, well, no, we're not. There's your no, we're not suggesting that, folks. We're just reading Proverbs 31 from the King James Bible. That's it, and we're getting off of here. I promise you. Are you ready? All right. All right. So it goes like this. So you got Proverbs 31, advice to a king. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. What, my son, and what? The son of my womb, and what? The son of my vows. Be right back. All right. Man. Now I'm tired, yo, and I've only done this live once, and I hadn't been talking for a gazillion hours first. So hopefully I don't butcher this. I'm gonna just okay. So Proverbs 31, advice to a king. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. What, my son, and what? The son of my womb, and what? The son of my vows. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. It is not for kings, Ole Mule, it is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink, lest they drink and forget the law, and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. Open thy mouth for the dumb in the cause of all such as are appointed to destruction. Open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy. A good woman, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. She considereth the field, and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands she planteth a vineyard. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor, yea. She reacheth forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates, when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen, and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children arise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. I said, many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. One more time. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. God bless the United States of America. And this is Bunker Boy, Brother Modi, Bunker Baby Camper, yeah, Nick. I'm signing off. We'll show you later. God willing, I see you again. I'm tired. I'm out of here. Take care. Keep your faith in Jesus Christ.